Pixels flicker, midnight glow, Mexico's live, the chat says yo. Cables twist like jungle vines, but the mouse pad centered, perfect lines. Pale world tames and paleo seeds, Terraria caves where the torchlight bleeds. Fortnite drops when the squad rolls in, chaos on the desk, order within. Hey, it's Let's Be Go, variety king, from creature balls to fairy wings. Friends in the cold, chat spamming hearts, neat little world in a messy art. Plastic art, laughing through the night, desk like a storm, but the vibe feels right. One monitor farms, one monitor fights, third one's memes from the chat highlights. Energy drink, tap, mountain grows, but the keyboard's clean, nobody knows. He'll build a palace, then blow it up. Squad revives him with the coffee cup. Every L turns into a tale, community laughs, we never fail. It's Espligar, variety king, from creature balls to fairy wings. Friends in the call, chat spamming hearts, neat little world in a messy art. Plastic art, laughing through the night, text like a storm, but the vibe feels right. Late night raids, Terraria boss, Palia festival, never at a loss. Fortnite clinger, victory royal, but the real win's every shared smile. It's spectacle, sunrise on stream, empty cans, but we're living the dream. Pal world, Palia, blocks in the sky, with the crew in the chat, we're flying high. Mystic war, chaos with a plan, hit that follow, join the fam. Neatness in the madness, heart on the screen. Mystical's world, best place I've been. Oh.
We are live. Welcome everybody. I am MysticalLandSlide and we are playing Minecraft. I started late, but then I cut my theme song because I normally play through it twice. So I cut that in half today because I didn't want to have to wait any longer. And we got King Orange in stream already. So yeah, perfect timing. Yes, it is. Anytime you hop in, it's perfect timing. Nice having everybody here. Now, yesterday we had a bit of a plan, and we blew the plan out of the water within the first little bit, and then everything just went to chaos. So I figure just let chaos reign and not have too much of a plan. This seems to be the way it works the best for me. Because we did get the backpack yesterday. We upgraded it to gold tier. Let's see, the only thing left that I can potentially do right now is diamond tier, which of course makes it huge. I need blocks of copper so I can start doing the stack. And what that does is each stack, of course, is 64 blocks. Of anything. Well, most things, we'll put it that way. Ender pearls are like 16, and like swords and things like that can only have 1, but out of actual blocks, building blocks, it's 64. But what the stack upgrade does is it gives you extra that you can stack in there. So instead of 64, if you have like 1 times or whatever, you'll be able to do 64 is 128, and that's really good for space management in your backpacks. I mean, yeah, it looks huge, but you saw how fast I filled it up there in the mines. So imagine you'd be able to double that And it actually gets to the point where you start overloading your chests and things because you have so much that it can't hold it all. So that's something I do want to start in on if I can get the blocks. I think I have the copper, so I should be able to start that. And we'll have to see how everything is working because we started our basic power generation. It was like right before the end yesterday when we actually got it to working full force. We have the obsidian furnace generator, and it's culinary, so it is chewing through food to make the power. And then we have the figs, which have doubled their productivity. And it's one of those things, the longer you let them wait, the bigger they are, the more that you will get. And so usually I'll go on like adventure, and then I will come back and I will harvest. And of course that's when you get a bunch. We got like, what was it, 2.5 stacks of figs. So, and it has a 1,000,000 point buffer in there, so that works. And we'll cut down the spruce tree real quick, as I just happened to see that there was a hole over here. And if I'm going to flatten it out so I can start making space for the colony, can't have that hole there. And of course then we'll have to go through with all this, and it can be a little time consuming. I mean, the dirt and the gravels, that's easy. I don't really need a shovel for that because of how easy it is. But the actual stone itself, that is when it starts getting a little time consuming, because you can't just do a regular size or else you will take out the entire thing. Which I have done that before. So what I usually end up doing is a 3 by 3. And it makes it easier. And of course, obviously, these little corner pieces here, you can't do that, or else it will literally take out all the dirt. So you don't want that. We have the quarried stone from the, I believe that's Railcraft that's from. And of course, any kind of ores like that, we want to save that and then use our silk touch. I'm really bad about literally saving as much as I can until I get the silk touch, just because of how much extra you can get with like the doubling and things like that, which we haven't even gotten into that. You got to get into mechanism for that, and we're not even there yet, but we are close. We've got the power started, so it's not too far down the road. I also want to remind everybody, just like we talked yesterday, we are having our 100th follower special this Saturday at 8. I forgot to bring up the flyer, but I will be posting that soon on my Discord and pretty much any Discord that'll let me after that, at least out of our friends. Now the coal we'll also do with our silk touch. 45 blocks. There's sulfur, which you can use for building, but I'm not like super big into using the sulfur, or you can use it for burning. But I'm not like super into using it. And I think it's used for like explosives and things like that afterwards, but I don't usually use it. And then you do have things where you get the inferium from, which are nice, especially depending on how slow your botany pots are or how fast you want to get into it. That step up speed can be annoying at times. when you're trying to be at least somewhat specific. Because I'm so used to running into things. And now you leap up. Now, it was a big thing for a while because they added the auto step up. Or I guess they call it auto jump. And they had it on by default. And people freaked out so much that they had to go in and do an update just to turn it off. So it's optional. I'm like, yeah, it was annoying, but it didn't cost me anything compared to a whole update that they made them go into. Just to go in and turn it off. But of course, I'm one of those people, I get into the habit of doing it, so it's not a problem for me. Oh, I took out grass block. It's one of those, it's not a problem, it's just a little annoying. Oh, and I do have my cantaloupes. And this is why I keep so much dirt back, is because I go back and I refill it. That's not a big a problem on the gravel. Oh. If you do it right, you can keep to the side like that. Been having a interesting conversation with a person on YouTube. They commented on one of the videos I posted last night. That's a short, but I still call it a video. They were commenting about how oh, it's about arc raiders. That's what it is. Instead, they didn't like Warzone, but they loved arc raiders. They were talking about how was it? They said Warzone was not a 26 game. So now we're not into the time where you can play what you want anymore. It's all based on what people think you should be playing. But he was nice about it, so I entertained the conversation. I'll put that down there because it's like the lapis. See, that's for that, so I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, coal is like that. You can put it in the squeezer, and you actually get more than if you put it in something else. Because the squeezer has a chance of getting extra. Whereas, like if I put it in just the ore doubler thing, it gives a set amount. Whereas the squeezer has a chance for extra, and then there's a very small chance for an extra. So you can end up getting like 16 coal out of a block if everything hits right. I'll put that in there. We are finding lots of these, thankfully. Because those what are they? Dark gems? Yeah. They are the hardest thing to find with that. I've had several runs where I went looking for the dark gems and I found one. So the fact that I have so many was a pretty lucky find. That's from create. It can't be used for that. Dire. Can also be binned, as far as I'm concerned. And I got spruce. I will actually do it like that, because the slabs burn faster than blocks, so I like to go through them first and then you go from there. That's what I thought. I do have more seeds. These are from yams. put up our infinite amounts of dirt up to 7k. And luckily I can, gotta sleep first. But I can replace everything I dug up now with the dirt. But yeah, one thing the guy said that I hadn't realized before, but now that he said it, I can kind of understand, is he said that Arc Raiders is kind of like the Battlefront games. Now he didn't specify which one, because I know there was several out there. But I'm hoping, just because of what I've seen from Arc Raiders, that he means the Star Wars Battlefront games. Because I absolutely love them. I actually still have them. I waited for a sale and then I bought the new one, the new Star Wars Battlefronts. But for me, I just absolutely love the old Star Wars Battlefront. Especially 2. It added so much more to the game. And I liked it way better. So I'm hoping... I'm hoping that's what he meant. Which if it is, I can totally see that. Just the kind of... It's the third person aspect, how you use the guns. They didn't really loot much in Star Wars Battlefront, but there were objectives that you could do and things like that. So I'm hoping that's what he meant, because I do kind of see it. So I will probably get it eventually, but as of right now, it's just not in the cards. Trying to be at least somewhat financially responsible with my money. At least what little bit I have left. And depending on what happens after that, there's probably a good chance I'll have to end up getting at least a part-time job. Because I don't have too many bills right now, because I am living with my parents, so it's the one of the things that's good about it, besides me being able to take care of my mom. Okay, making sure there's no cavern under there. I don't like leaving empty voids underneath when I'm doing this, because things will spawn there. It's almost a guarantee. And there's nothing worse than walking over ground or building a workshop and having like a spider underneath. And because it's blocked in, it'll never despawn. So, hey, Pickle. I was just talking about one of your videos, or clips that I posted of your stream. And I got somebody responding to it, leaving comments. Though this time it was decently good. It sparked what I would consider a better conversation. So I think they thought it was me that was in the video, because they were talking as if it was me. And then I mentioned that I had clipped it with permission from a friend. Oh, not much. They were talking about Arc Raiders. And how they like it. No, not hate mail, as of right now. If it was, I would have dealt with it. Especially like that one guy that was being very suggestive about the video. And I was getting to the creepy stage, but this one was good. I left it up. It was on the video with the double axe miss. If you want to take a look at it. So all their "you suck" comments were redirected to me. No, they were just talking. They were talking about Warzone, and basically they were talking about how they prefer arc raiders. When in Rome, don't forget to eat your vegetables. Sounds about right. Oh, I don't see. Oh, yeah, the creepy one I deleted, so the person couldn't do it anymore. Now that was on that first video that I did tell you about, and I showed you the creepy comments about playing games that are for kids and stuff like that. So yeah, we're not going to have any mention of children in my comments, or I will get rid of the, because that's something you don't want to mess with. Probably try arc raiders one day. Yep, that's like I was basically just saying the same thing, that I'm planning to buy it at some point, but it's not in the cards right now. Oh, you say you're feeling pretty trashy. What's wrong? Well, besides having to go to work right after vacation. Everyone keeps telling me, but I'm like, yeah. It's one of those things I would suggest looking at the game before you commit to buying it. If it's one of those things that it's your game, then I say go for it. But it's one of those things, just because one person likes it doesn't mean everybody's going to. Now, I do like the style of game, and like this guy said, it's kind of like the Battlefront games, which I did like. But it's one of those, if that's not your style of game, then definitely don't waste the money on it. Feeling sick or just fully recovered, or a slow start to the day. Think caught a bug. Yep. You probably came back and caught what everybody else is getting. My mom, now after all this time, she's getting sick. And we think it's whatever this bug is that's everybody's getting. My dad had it, and we think he gave it to her. Of course, I won't tell him that because he gets touchy about things like that. But yeah, she's coughing stuff up, and it's like in her sinuses and things like that. So we're keeping an eye on it, especially, you know, freshly surgeried. Basically it's 2 weeks ago. Yesterday she had it. But still, not something you want to take a chance on. So we're keeping an eye on it. Yeah, we had a C-Dot, which I think I know that Pokemon. It appeared in the chat. I think that might have been in what they call an OG one, I think. Feeling sick. My Oura Ring told me yesterday that my biometrics indicated something was straining my body. Today I woke feeling like garbage. Yeah. Not a surprise, and also going on vacation around a bunch of people with who knows what. So you also have caught it down there, because some people, they will go on vacation regardless of how they feel, which is not always the best idea. So yeah, there's no telling what you could have caught. Crazy to think that we have technology in a watch or in a ring that can tell how your body feels. Well, yeah, that's kind of like, basically it's using, I'm assuming like the same, a kind of same technology like the old mood rings used to. I mean, even my phone has a setting on it where it says it can take your blood pressure just by holding it. Yeah, cruise ships are creepy and have crazy secrets. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, the things you see can be scary, but it's the things you don't see that be really scary. Because you never know about some of them. That's one reason I always tell my mom I'm gonna stick to land. I like it better. Let's see. We have two different kinds of rock there. Now I'm just being picky because I'm taking out all this calcite. Now you can use it after it's been in a like a what is it, stone cutter, I think it is, and it can look pretty good, but it's just, you know, a basic white. That's like I always tell my mom, I don't like things that are decorated in just basic white. There's only a few things in my mind that should just have a white color to it for decoration. Yeah, I tried looking into how the stuff works. It's kind of limited on how it happens. Plus, they probably have proprietary secrets on it too, so be a little sketchy what it'll come up with. Kind of like the sketchy notations when they were talking about the brown note yesterday. And how some of the so-called facts it was coming up with to disprove it just sounded a little off. Which is kind of like, we're just saying this because this is all we can say. But yeah, talking about that, I had seen that on a show. I'm trying to think what the name of it was. It was back when they had the Discovery Channel, if that tells you how old it was. I was like a teenager. And it was all about it had to be, oh, I was trying to think. It might have been like secrets of the CIA or something like that. Things have been declassified, or yeah, that they either thought was declassified or had let slip, which of course very few of that does. And it was like experiments back in the 70s, and then it moved up in time to that. So yeah, it was interesting. I have a friend who isn't a big fan of the sea or ships, went on a cruise with her husband, and my friend went down a cruise theory rabbit hole before they left and found out some crazy stuff and made him not want to go even more. Exactly. Yeah, you can find all kinds of things about basically anything you want to do. There's always a downside to anything. Doesn't matter. But it's like they always say, even about like medications or taking treatments from doctors, it's like you gotta weigh the risks of the risk to benefit factor. So it's one of those, if you want to enjoy yourself, you can go on a cruise, but you might die. So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff out there. I just always tell people that I'm claustrophobic and I have asthma and there's not enough air underwater for me to breathe. If it was, I wouldn't mind going out on the water. But since there's not, I'll just stay land-based. I say the same thing about going up into space too. I'm like, there's not enough air in space. I can't breathe. And I'm not trusting my life to a tin can. So I will stay, what do they call it? Terrestrial? That's what they say. It's land-based. I mean, may have used the wrong terminology. Yeah, the world is crazy. They have scientists out there running research on the effects of drugs, unknown viruses, and their effects that the public doesn't know. Exactly. That's why you always have to ask yourself when they come out with these things. It's like, well, they had to test it on somebody, or else they can't bring it to human trials. That's one thing people don't realize, is that all these drugs and things we had to be tested on someone. I would just take out all that calcite and use it to fill in. We'll kind of fill in double down here. I don't know, I'm fascinated by space, so I would totally think about going to space when made more public. Yeah, there's a lot of people like that. It's just me being me. It would probably be one of those things if they had another planet that was, let's say, Earth-like, we'll put it that way, that you could live on. I might take a trip there, or like if I was going to move there or something, but it would be one way. It's not one of these things that it would not make regular space trips. But I also hate traveling to start with, so that probably affects a lot of my decision making in that too. Because I don't even like going on vacation. So, as I always tell people, if I could take my bed with me, I'm fine. But I can't, so I'm not leaving. But to be fair, that's how I got my nickname when I was a baby. My dad always called me Homer. They said I was like a homing pigeon. Because as soon as they stepped outside the door, I would start screaming. And I wouldn't stop until they stepped back in the door. And I'm like, hey, if I get away with it now, that's what I would do. To me, home has always been comfort and safety, and why would I want to go outside of it? Which is why I like being a streamer, because I don't have to leave home. Of course, my mom also calls me a hermit too, so that might have something to do with it. But a lot of people they just don't understand. They're like, I don't know how you can stay home all the time and not go anywhere. Don't you want to adventure? Don't you want to do this? I'm like, no. And it just blows their mind. I'm the opposite. I like going out on adventures, but I'm always stuck at home. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's kind of like almost like a cosmic law. If you like going places, you'll be stuck at home. But if you like staying home, people are always trying to get you to go somewhere. It always seems to happen that way. And I have a cousin that's exactly the same. They say he doesn't go anywhere unless he absolutely has to. And he's also a streamer, though I haven't found his stream channel yet, or else I would follow him. And they say he makes a little bit of money at it, but if he wants more money, then he'll go out and do like DoorDash for a little while, and then as soon as he gets the money, he stops, and then he just stays home. Let's see. Yeah, it's odd it took this long for me to get ill. I figured my time was coming. I think whatever this is now, content, what was it, a content warning. I am not a medical professional. I have nothing like that. Do the air quotes. This is my theory only. But I think whatever this sickness is has an exceptionally long incubation. Because people are getting sick and there's nobody around that is sick as well. And it's weird. So it's either sticking to surfaces longer or something, because people won't even be anywhere remotely near somebody sick, and then all of a sudden they're catching it out of nowhere. It's like I told Laura on that one stream, I'm like, if somebody coughs a mile away from you, you'll get sick. King Orange says, but I'm a social person, like I can't go hiking or other places alone. I have to go with someone. Oh yeah, I know lots of people like that. Nothing wrong with it. That's also a safety in numbers. It's definitely a good idea, especially as crazy as this world is today. So there is nothing wrong with that. I'd probably try. Maybe it took longer to take effect, probably because your immune system was working on overdrive for a while. That's possible too. Because I know my brother, he just keeps getting sick over and over and over and over. It's the same thing. It's always sinuses and coughing, but he doesn't like show any other symptoms. And nobody else in the house is sick, except his girlfriend, well, fiance I should say, because they're planning to get married soon. Like, I have to stop calling her girlfriend. She acts like she's kind of getting sick for a little while, and then she stops. But then it just keeps coming back. I just like talking, seeing others' excitement. There's nothing wrong with that too. You're a very extroverted person. The world takes all kinds. We all can't be reclusive, hermit introverts like me. Nothing would happen. We'd all be sticking at home. Oh, for sure. Odd that on the cruise I got extra sleep. I may cancel tonight and go to bed early. If you're feeling that bad, 100%. Do not overdo yourself. As they say, it's better for you to have to wait a day and come back, or even longer than that. I took off, 4 days because of my allergies, and I almost lost my voice during that time. So it is way better for you to take off and hold off on it than to strain yourself and like lose your voice or get even sicker or have it like double. So definitely take off if you're feeling that bad, which you never talk about going to bed, so I'm assuming you do. So yeah, definitely take the night off if need be. There's no reason making yourself worse. That's for sure. For sure, I'm stubborn, but yeah, I'm feeling terrible. If you feel like that, then don't. It won't do you or the stream any good. Because you won't be at 100%. Everybody will know you're not at 100%. And then Shadow and Crazy will have to try and carry you, and there's... they can't carry the conversation. I'll just tell you that, because they're not here. Their streams are ominously silent. So definitely take the night off. Get yourself better. Put yourself first. That's what's important. I'll just film my ankles as I sleep and see if I get any followers. You would be surprised. Laura would be there drooling. You come back to 300 subscribers and you wouldn't even have that many followers. She'd just be throwing money left, right, and sideways. She'd have her and all her foot fetishist people on the stream. You look at your analytics, and as soon as the ankles come on, you'd have 50 viewers. And as soon as they go away, it goes down to 0. Feet me. Yep. It would not surprise me in the slightest, just from what I know from my personal life. If there's a niche out there like that, that's somebody's kink. Doesn't matter what it is. I don't even want to know about that link. Oh, people say if you have, good looking feet, that there's a place that you can post them and you can actually make money at it. People will buy, what is it, foot pics? I think it's something, it's went around. I'm not sure if it's real. Just made it up. I did not attempt to go there. Well, the fact that it shows it as a link, it's probably true. Like I said, if it's out there, there's a kink for it. I can tell you that from my personal life. And you wouldn't believe what some of the kinks are. So I've heard, just never actually looked into it. Yeah, that's not my thing. I'm not one of these people that think feet are like, hideously disgusting unless they are. But it's definitely not one of my kinks. I may have some weird kinks, but not that. And then there are people like Pickle who magically know of all these websites that he posts. So who knows about him? He somehow has a inner working knowledge of the feet business. So, that's saying something about somebody. We can start your villain arc for when you get big as a streamer. You can get outed as a foot fetishist and have to send your apology videos. You already got your YouTube started, so you can do your apology video with the crying. We can have one of your kids spraying you in the face with water to make it appear like tears. So it's just the sickness talking. Oh, he's sick, all right. Just not that way. Him and his foot fetish. We'll have this whole thing worked out by the time he gets better. Then we'll have to have your friends and family come in, and they'll be crying, and they'll have to do an intervention, and all this. Do not condone feet meat kings. I apologize for the shames. That's exactly it. See, that was perfect. You already got the script down. You have to save that and use it for when me and Orange bring it out after you get your first 1,000 followers. That's when all the real dirt starts coming out on people when they get big. Once you start monetizing on YouTube and stuff like that, we got to come out with the big scandal. Bring you into the limelight of the public eye. Something about how you can't change the past, you can only hope for the future, and things like that. You gotta have one kid on one side, one kid on the other, spraying you with the misting bottle so it appears like tears are rolling down your cheeks. There was a big scandal about that with YouTubers. how, because they were noticing that they were cutting and they're appearing that they were just so choked up, but what it was, they were misting themselves to see to look like they were crying. It has been some time ago, so I don't know. I doubt they still do it, but who knows? There's always somebody. Or like the models that fan their eyes, and it's just so it causes it to look like tears are forming. My cousin told me about that. Trust me, if I got into a scandal about feet meat, it would be real tears. With AI these days, you can do that all in post. No, you just get Lastras to do it. She's a whiz with the editing. You don't even need AI with that. That'd be AI if we was to do it on our own and make it appear that way. Then he would have to fight to, oh, what is it? To bring out the truth. It really wasn't him. It was, AI pretending to be him, and the people that was, forcing this horrible thing on him to ruin his reputation and all that. That's the big thing now. If you don't like somebody, you just have them. You just have AI make them look like they're doing something. I don't remember what it was. I saw it. Was it yesterday? I think it was on a short. They're talking about how people are having the AI make people look like they're breaking the law just because they don't like them. Exactly, it was AI. What kind of sicko would think of VP? All kinds. I can tell you that already. I have actually had people ask me if I've ever taken feet pics before. I'm like, I work on a farm, or live on a farm, I should say. My feet are not in any way picture worthy. But they still wanted it, so needless to say, I did block them. There's asking, and then there's persistence. You don't want the persistence, because that's when it starts getting into invasion of privacy kind of thing. Especially on the place where it was. It was a bit on the sketchy side anyway. And then to have that going on, it's a bit much. Okay, now we have the boss here. And luckily, you do get like reputation when you kill these guys. But you also get cursed whenever you kill the big boss guy. As you see that, like, I guess it's an illager symbol in the corner there. I'm cursed now. Anytime I go near a village, it will suddenly get attacked by illagers. I made an AI clip for a friend. That was them in a racing suit getting spaghetti and meatballs thrown at them. Yeah, no donuts. I have actually seen I've seen things like that before, but it was before a lot of the AI, so it was real life. People did do that. So yeah, totally understand about that. I'm trying to think, there's one guy, he actually used to be on YouTube, but then there's a big scandal. And I think YouTube got rid of him, and he's had nothing but trouble ever since, even though I don't believe it was real, what they were saying about him, because he seemed like a nice guy. Doesn't milk fix that? Yeah, if only. But yeah, he had people that they actually did have an interest in getting things thrown on them, but it's very specific. It's like they had a clown fixation, and the whole idea of getting, what is it, pies thrown in their face or something. And they had a big thing about it, and they actually got quite a few views on it. Now, to me, I wouldn't like that. What is that? Oh, it's rice. Because as my dad says, what is it? They used to call it being prissy. And all it is I don't like being dirty. And so anything like that would cause me, because pies get sticky when things dry and all that. So I don't like anything getting thrown on me. I don't even like getting wet, really. Which people look at me funny, because I would say if I could stay clean without having to shower, I wouldn't. I wouldn't, because I don't like being wet. But that's a hereditary thing. I do know that. My grandpa was like that, and my mom is like that as well. She's not as bad as I am, though, because she like plays with the grandkids, and when they have like the sprinklers and all that kind of stuff, I don't even like that. And I don't like being out in the rain either. I always tell people, because my parents are aging, so I always tell them when it rains you're on your own, because I don't want to get wet. Now if they genuinely needed the help, I would try my best, but until that point they're on their own. Jesus, someone in her chat right now, without context, they would think WTF is going on with these fetish. No. You might be surprised. The thing is, it is normal. People have fetishes. I don't care who you are, how upstanding you try to be. Everybody has something they're into. And there's really nothing wrong with it. It's just how you... Well, there are some that are obviously wrong. But, when it comes to safety and things like that, content warning there. There are some that are bad. But on a general basis, some fetishes are fine. And everybody has them. If they're safe and they don't hurt anybody and they're not dangerous, then there's nothing wrong with it. Minecraft after dark. It's more like stream after dark. Because I would say this no matter what I'm playing. I don't care what I'm playing. Like someone pops in and you're talking about sticky stuff being thrown on your face. Hey, that's nothing worse than what Machine was talking about last night in Pickle Stream. But that's totally understandable. The thing is, there is an acceptable amount of kink. But people just take it too far. And that's the ones when it starts getting on the edge, or I guess I say the fringe of what should be. It's fine, just filter out the weak. Yeah, I mean, true. That's exactly something I would say, though. The funny part. Me and Orange are too much alike. Even got a laugh out of Pickle. 3 billion people remember. Yeah. What of it? Nobody said it. How you were doing it. There are safe ways of doing it. So, said every fetishist ever. Now, unlike a lot of people, my the tags on here do not say it. It's a safe space, so you are up to minor amounts of ridicule and teasing and being called out in this stream. So, but it's all done in fun. I'm not one of those people that puts like safe space and all that in their tags. Obviously, a lot of them do that just so they get views. If I want, if I'm getting views, it's because I'm hoping that they enjoy the content and a good laugh. That's why one of the tags I do have is fun, because we believe in having fun around here. And I do encourage fun. Because if I can't entertain you, then hopefully you can be entertained with chat at least. And if you can't be entertained by both of those, then you need to ask yourself why you're even on Twitch. So... or YouTube, as of later, when I post it. So, yeah. We gotta have something to entertain each other while I'm terraforming the world. Literally blocking in waterways and all this. Using up my 7,000 to 10,000 things of dirt. See, I've almost expanded it where I can have another row of fig trees. And if they're, the thing is, if they're close enough, like that with that one block space in the middle, if they're the same size, which I'm going to probably cut that one down and try it again. If you can get them where the same size, you can take out the entire orchard by doing the vein miner. So there is a method to the madness. Doesn't seem like it, but there is. And I just like getting rid of the dirt this way too, so that's part of it as well. Oh, and it's sleeping time again. I do love the sleeping bag, the addition for it's a smaller mod, but I love having it. Because otherwise you have to carry a bed around with you. And then you have to place the bed. Then it ruins your spawn. Because I used to actually do that before I got the sleeping bag mod. I would have to carry a bed around with me. And it's terrible because when you break the bed, it breaks your spawn. It does not stay at the one in your base. So I would do that, and then I would die, and when it would respawn me, it was at like the center where you start at, like 500 to 1,000 blocks away, and I would have to go all the way back. So, and one good thing about the sleeping bag is you can sleep and pass the night, but it does not set a spawn point. So that's why I do still have the bed, is for a spawn point, even though I may rarely use it. That's why I still have it. Oh. Yeah, I will actually... No. It has to be on shapeless. So I will do this because I want to redo it again. There we are. Luckily, they are pretty decent about giving you more saplings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's fine. Hey, Frozendale. I had to think about that for a second. We are finally back with Minecraft. I don't know if you came back the next day to see if I was playing again, but my Minecraft freaked out. So I didn't get to play it the next day like I said I was going to. But we have been playing it for the past few days. Yeah, I don't know what the problem was. I tried to do it. I tried to start it 3 different times. And it was like crashing. And the only thing I could think of was that it didn't like that I was streaming while loading it up. My mod pack is a different one. Oh, have you started a different one than the one you had before? Which is something I need to write down. I do have paper right here. I was going to write down your other one, and I was going to check it out. That way, if I want to change to a different mod pack at some point, I want a good one, I was going to use yours. No, I have. Okay. So what is the name of it again? I was going to look at it, and I remembered that Twitch, it erases. Might not have enough allocated RAM. The Fluffercraft. Okay. I have to write that down. I need something. I just have a single piece of paper. I need something under it. Luckily, I had a birthday, or no, Christmas card. F-L-U Fluffercraft. Okay. Might not allocated enough RAM last time. Actually, I had too much allocated to it, and I lowered it, and I think it did take it down too much. Because I had to bring it back up a little bit. Because I had 14 allocated to it, and then I took it down to 12, which was the recommended, and it crashed. And then so I took it back up to 13, and now I've not had a bit of trouble with it since. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. I'm going to start our next. But yeah. Definitely ought to be interesting. I'll have to look that up at a later time to see about it. Always interested in new mod packs, obviously. We were talking last time, and it sounded like the one you had made was definitely probably right up my alley. So I'd definitely give that a look-see at some point. Okay, I want to finish out this dirt, and we'll go from there. Yeah, I love that the ambient noise is just splashing water. All the things it could be. Oh, I got a pre-roll ad coming. It's hard to think that I've already been playing for an hour. I will have to be about on time for quitting today, because I have to go to town. And I'm a bit of a time crunch when I do that, so. We'll probably keep it to our normal, well, assuming around our normal 4 o'clock time, or as close to as I can get. Never know, sometimes you're in a dungeon and you just can't, or if you're mining, so. We will do it as close as we can get. This little, what do they say, unbeknownst to me, which it should have been. Oh, got that started. But I ran out of rabbit food today. Of course, luckily rabbits can eat other things besides just rabbit food, but you know, it's got all the additives and stuff for it. It's supposed to help them. So I definitely want to keep on that. So I just supplemented it today with corn. Which I do know does work, because we had rabbits escape before. And of course we throw corn for our chickens. Sorry, I'm back. Had a phone call. No problem. But as I was saying, we throw corn for our chickens, and the rabbits that escape would would come and eat the corn. And of course, they didn't die from it, so obviously it's not a problem. But it's not something I would want to give them as their total food. Makes for a good supplement. One of those case of lean times kind of situations. It was just enough for me to get through today. And then we'll have to go town, get some rabbit food, and we have one extremely picky dog. I have to get her some soft dog food. Now she won't eat her regular dog food, but if you put a little soft dog food on it, she gobbles the whole thing up. So she's just a bit on the spoiled side. But she's always been like that, so. She's good enough that she's worth it, so. Because right now we have a very large can of dog food that I've been giving her just a little bit on top every day. And she's just eating the whole thing. She's actually looking forward to it, which normally it should be very sporadic as to when she would eat. But now she's actually getting to where she's eating substantially every day, which is very unlike her usually. But she was the runt of the litter, and we didn't know that we was buying a house-raised dog. Because they were supposed to be raised out in the pasture. They're supposed to be animal guardian dogs, so they're supposed to be out with the animals and all that. Well, they didn't tell us that they had raised her in the house on the bottle. And it does kind of, I don't want to say it ruins them, because she's perfectly good, but it does, it affects it. And she was not what we expected as a animal guardian dog. So she is in the yard, but she's still a good guardian dog, because she lets us know anytime somebody's out there, and she hears everything. So if something is in the woods, she lets us know about it. She hates deer, so she barks at the deer whenever they're around. So, but she's just picky about the food. I keep saying that she's like Dad. he he's one of these people. He doesn't like eating the same thing twice in a week. And I always make a joke about, of course not when Dad's around, but I always make a joke that she is actually his dog because they say dogs act like their owners, and she can't stand eating the same dog food 2 days in a row. Which of course makes my mom laugh like crazy. Because she knows how he is. Because she's the one who normally cooks. It's one of those things, he doesn't like eating the same thing 2 days in a row during a week. But then if you make something new, he eyeballs it suspiciously. Because she will make, occasionally she'll make like a stir fry or something like that, which of course I love any kind of, you know, Asian inspired dish. But he'll just kind of poke at it. And it's like, okay, you don't like the same things over and over. But yet when we make something new, you act like it's poison. So, I don't know. Yeah, it's just people. People being people. You can't understand them. And nothing makes sense. Okay, we are almost done with our dirt. I don't want to cut off the waterway completely, because I do have a boat here. But I will probably kind of bring it in a little bit more. I may do a cutoff, because we're going to have plenty of dirt, that's for sure. I just keep backing. I should probably just keep backing the boat up a little bit, or bring it up this way. And I can guarantee now that I've moved it, I'm going to need it. But I can just run out there if need be. Technically, I can put it in my inventory or in my backpack or whatever, but I don't want to. Okay, bring it in a little bit. Oh. Yeah, I have to fill in that too. I'm gonna do some diving. Actually, what I should do is I should make that lead armor. Give myself unlimited air underwater. That would help it a whole lot more. Wouldn't have to worry about drowning. As I said before, I do like terraforming, at least around my base. And this is all part of it. And unlike a lot of Minecrafters, I don't like doing all this behind the scenes. Yeah, it may be a little bit boring to look at, basically. But that's when you have that's when we have our interesting talks like we just had a little bit ago. And you find out all kinds of things about Pickle. Yep, and there we go. We have over. Hey, Soul Killer. Welcome in. Exactly, Pickle. We found out all kinds of things a while ago. Yeah, we are struggling. Oh yeah, because it's doing all this. Oh, we have a lot of things. Take away the silicon. We'll actually put that there. Now you can make stuff like this is enough to make several bars of iron. Yes, of course I know I have that there. Ah, that's what I thought. Now this is gold. Oh, what is that? Aluminum. I have quite a bit. Oh yeah, it's feeding it out of there. Okay. And yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, because I can put this through here. Let's see. Yeah, we have to change this to do the... nope. Wrong kind of graphite. Yeah, I'll put this in here, and we'll run that through. We'll do this real quick, and then all the rest of it we can just run it through as is. Yeah. And that is, of course, that's lead. We almost have a whole nother stack for... excuse me. For more iron. Which, I mean, it's free, so why not? We have tons of uranium. We have so much uranium, I ain't gonna know what to do. Well, I will almost have to, at some point in the future, I'll have to have a nuclear reactor because I have just so much uranium, you can't even go through it. Okay, now I do want to fill this up because everything is obsidian. Put all this in here and you just fill it up. The best thing is to do it by 8x8 or else you do, or not 8x8. It's not 3x3 though. Basically 3x3 with a hollow thing in the middle. And that's where you put that. And this is how you repair your stuff. And it repairs all the way up to full. It takes it directly out of here. It does it by... I'm not sure exactly how it does it. Or what by metric it does it. I don't know. All I know is it does really good. And it's pretty... I would say it's pretty efficient. But that's just me saying it. But it seems like it to me. So... okay, we'll go through here. And of course the only reason it's puzzle like this is because of it spawned that way. But you can make it if you use what is it, spruce trees? You get the actual spruce saplings and you do a 4x4 of it, it will terraform or transform all, I would say, in a radius. I don't know exactly what the radius is. I think it might be, is it 3 or 4 blocks in a radius around it will turn into podzol naturally. Which I do remember them adding that in a while back. So I will want to go through here and do all this. Yeah, this is why I don't carry a shovel, because I really don't have to anymore. Especially with the vein miner, or ultimine, whatever you want to call it. It's been called like 2 or 3 different things throughout all of Minecraft. Don't remember if ultimine was the first name of it, or if it was actually vein miner in the very beginning. But it's changed, wanting to say like 3 or 4 times throughout them, or it could be just the way they're doing the mod. But it's changed several times. Pretty much all has done the same thing to a certain point. It's a little bit more, I want to say customizable with the different sizes that you can break away. Which, of course, I do like that. Oh. And you gotta watch the magma blocks because they will pull you under. I know people do use them for the water elevators. I know my friend used to play, when he played Minecraft, he had water elevators. And that's the first person I'd seen outside of a professional Minecraft YouTuber that would do it. And he was pretty good at the different things of Minecraft, but... Oh, I saw something up there. Yeah, it's 11, so things are going to start spawning. Oh, it's a bee. The bees can be scary sometimes because they will just pop up out of nowhere and you think it's a mob. I've had it scare me more than once, walking by a tree and then suddenly something's in front of you. And all it is a bee. Now, of course, I will have endless amounts of dirt by doing it this way, especially if I do it for the mine colonies, because you need quite a bit of space. So I have to decide if I'm going to put it out to the side right here, or if it's going to be in front, because that's going to be a lot of space that I have to clear out. And a lot of people's like, oh, just put it here, there, and I don't know. I just don't like it. That's my weirdness, I guess. I like everything kind of being flat if I'm going to build something. I have to say the cantaloupes do give you quite a bit of the hunger bars. Does that give you? Oh, it does give you more than what you. So it is kind of being wasted by just filling up the 2, because it does give you almost 4. Okay, now I will break that one, and I will break this one. I guess that's going to be my cutoff. So then I can do this. And of course, it treats the podzol as it's something else. Yeah, that's better, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna have a backpack full of dirt here in just a little bit. Do a tunnel. Now, one reason I don't like building into hills is because then you have to deal with cobblestone. Which is fine for right now. But when you have tons and tons of it, and you already seen me having to do it on the ground to keep the shape of everything. So if I can go over here and do just a single thing of it, and you only have to break dirt, that's probably what I would do. And my backpack is full, with just multiple spaces for what I have. Till I fill that up, and then the seeds will be fine, but it'll be the dirt that will be clogging up my inventory. And that's the trouble when you have just dirt like that, it will go down into the dirt. I don't like that. It's not my thing. I can't eat these. And you have a Croptopia cantaloupe. Yep, and right there. Okay. Bit of a glitch. Kind of waiting and thinking about how you're going to break everything. I'll just do the puzzle right there. Makes it easier to deal with. And there's lots of seeds. Yeah, and it did cut down into the dirt. I was worried about that. Eat the blackberry. And I just go over into the cantaloupe. Now they were the cantaloupes that I found. Oh, they were by the seashore. And they're more filling than the regular Croptopia ones. I'm not sure if you can grow them. Yes, the delightful cantaloupes. I'm not sure if you can get the actual seeds for them though. As I said, Croptopia, delightful there. That's one good thing about it when you have that multi-selector. Makes it a lot easier to deal with. Let's see. Now something I can do. Just put one right. No. I'm going to make something. I can't believe I just remembered it now. A stone wand. There we are. Now it doesn't give you a lot, but it's better than nothing. That does have durability, unfortunately, but it works. But you just have to be careful on how it does it because they can be a little weird. Now they used to call it Builder's Wand. I'm not sure if they have. That one broke. And the stronger the material you put into it, the better it is. One thing I like to do, until you can get a nether star, which takes a bit, but if you can get a nether star, then it's invincible basically. But those are also few and far between, especially this early. We have a Croptopia thing. Do want the cantaloupe. Tons of flowers. Technically, I only need one when it comes to that. I use it. I'll compost it. Now, there is a way to do this. I have to see how much iron I have, because you can make a hopper, and it will continuously fill it. And then anything it produces, it will continuously filter down. But I'll have to move my moonstone if I do that. We have 14 there, and that didn't work. Let's see. Go ahead and do that because anything is better than nothing. Let's see about the delightful. It may be something it cannot be put in a botany pot. Quick soil, black soil, white. Does it have to be in sand? Yes. That's the issue. Okay. which is fine. I think we used all of our sand to make glass. But luckily, we can take all this out of here. I'll just finish it out, you might as well. And then put sand. And we'll lock that in. Yeah, it's run out already. So we can go ahead. Now I wonder if you can still make snad. And I wonder if you can actually use it in botany pots. No, I was afraid of that. It's good for sugarcane. Anytime you're growing sugarcane, it is probably the best. Yeah, there it is. There's my little cantaloupe. We continue the food with that. And over here we will have that. I can't do the snad because that doesn't recognize it, which is fine. We can go out to anywhere we consider, or are going to consider, a farm. I'll probably move out here. I'll just put it over here. Put it in the ground. There. That works. Because if you put sugar cane on it, it doubles the growth anyway. And then there's a way to get tons from it. And I had a mini tree grow. And we got 2, so that works. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there we are. Another one did it. Luckily, I'm getting quite a few saplings from it. I think, no, I'm not for sure, but I think it recognizes when it's one that you've planted, and it seems to give you more. Now, I can't guarantee it, but that's what it seems. Either that or I just got really lucky, which wouldn't surprise me either. The bee is flying underneath the dirt, looking for stuff. Yeah, it's because I took all of its flowers, I know why. Something I am going to have to put down is anywhere there is a bee, do you need to put down a flower for them, or else they will just keep going and going and going. And it's generally fine if there's a flower not too far away. But if there's not, they will just keep going and eventually despawn. So it's definitely something you have to watch out for. Now, if you don't care about bees, then oh well. But since I am planning on using them eventually, I do want to keep them around. Oh, a brown chicken. Oh, it's getting ready to lay an egg. And of course, there always is the old thing, if you throw an egg, it has a very small chance, but yet if you somehow hit another chicken with it, it increases the chance of spawning a baby chicken. I don't know if that's something they had added into the game from the start, just for who knows why, but it always seems like that. I'll just go launching eggs like crazy, and if another chicken walks in front of it, hits them, it seems like it almost guarantees for me. Or at least the first time around it does. As I was doing that, I had them locked away because I didn't want them running. And it was in a, I was one of, you build a 4x4 2 blocks down, and you can put like any kind of critter in there, and it makes a good, emergency kind of farm. And I did that, and a chicken walked over and it hit it, and as soon as it did, a chicken grew, or a baby chicken popped out. And I thought it was funny, and of course I still had eggs, so I kept doing it. Another chicken walked in front, got hit again, another baby popped out. And I'm like, I'm only getting maybe 1 or 2 chicks out of all these eggs that I'm throwing. But yet as soon as the chicken walks in the way and gets hit, then it spawns. And so I begin to wonder if they didn't do that on purpose. Which wouldn't surprise me. Okay. Yeah, all this is full. These aren't up there. I won't be able to do too much, because I will fill up my inventory real quick with dirt. And we run out of food too, so that's going to be an issue. Do not want to mine with a sword. Contrary to popular belief, I do not want to mine with a sword. Somehow it does not quite work. Kind of a natural looking mine almost. Well, if we can block this up over here and block it in without cutting off the water, we could actually put the mine colony over here. I may have to move my fig tree orchard to the other side, which that's simple. Because you need a huge space. I mean, you've seen how much, if you're watching before, how big the mine colony is, which is right there. And you see how big these buildings are compared to my house. It's actually bigger than my house. And that's for the restaurant. And then I think that's the town hall. The residents are not that big. I think that's the builder's house, I think. Of course, that's the gatekeeper. I would have kept it if it wasn't on a hillside like that, and if it wasn't close to a gatekeeper. Because, I mean, these places get huge. I had my friend that did it. He actually did get a nether star, and he made the unlimited builder's wand. And he was just flattening all the land around him, getting as much dirt as he possibly could, and he was literally expanding out from it was supposed to be a cove at the beginning, and it turned into him just expanding everything out for more room, because he was getting more and more and more and more with his mine colony. So it is a sizable a thing, which is nice if you're into doing it that much. Now his thing, he loved it, but he did get annoyed that after a while, because some of the people, I don't know if he had what they call it, the couriers. I don't think he had that set up right. I don't even know if he even had one set up. Because what they're supposed to do is they're supposed to fill people's their basic needs, like if they need food, or if you have a a forge or something and it needs just whatever base material, it's supposed to fill it up so you don't have to. Well, he was getting all these requests and he didn't have that turned off on his screen, basically. And so he always had this thing popping up. So-and-so needs 64, what was it? Spruce, I think it was spruce logs or spruce wood. And it was getting to the point it was getting kind of annoying to him. And I think it's just because he had it set up wrong. Because when I did it, the first one I found had a courier. And as long as I kept the inventory of the courier filled with things that they would need, I could stash stuff there, and he sent it to where they were building. Now, of course, it's slow as pond water because where they had put the courier was the farthest point in the whole village. And so what I did is I just made a second one, and I made it closer, and then I destroyed the second one. Or actually, technically the first one that was so far away. Because, I mean, they had to go across the entire colony just to get to the person where they were building and stuff like that. So unless they've changed it, I should at least have an idea of how to do it. And as long as you keep the courier filled, then you're good. But it is also a large investment when you first start. You know, starting is the most. But once you got houses for everybody, places for them to work, and everything, then you're good until you start expanding too much. And what he was doing is he was expanding way too much. And he had like 2 builders, and they're constantly wanting something. And he was getting aggravated. I'm like, well, you got them working constantly. What do you expect? They're going to be demanding material. Now this is going to be an issue because this is a water-drowned cave. So I will have to keep an eye on this, because if I put any kind of building over here, they will be digging down. If they have to dig down any, they will hit water. So that's one thing I will have to think about as I'm doing it. And that is copper, is what I thought. Not a lot, but it works. Oh, and I'm gonna drown if I ain't careful. And get attacked. Of course, then there's creepers. There's nothing worse than when you're trying to sleep and pass the time and all of a sudden you hear a creeper behind you. That's horrible. My youngest nephew likes Minecraft, and he has a creeper hoodie. And so I was teasing him the other day, asking him if he ever walks up behind his parents and starts making the hissing sound. And he's like, yeah, but it doesn't scare him. I'm like, do they know what Minecraft is? He's like, yeah, they know what it is. I'm like, have they ever played it? He's like, no. I'm like, that's why. I'm like, if they had played it and they heard that sound, they would be terrified. I don't think he 100% understood. Of course, he's only, what is he, like 4? Maybe 5. So, He wouldn't quite understand the terror of hearing that hissing sound when you have a bunch of work that you've done. I don't know how many times I've been working on something and you hear that and you just know that everything you've done has been for nothing. And especially if you're anywhere near something with chests. I don't know how many people I've seen that just start screaming whenever that happens because they know that their items are just everywhere. And it's so hard to... Well, I guess it seems hard, we'll put it that way. It's not really that hard to get another chest and put it up there. But you know, they've done a lot of work on it. And it's usually in their base. So I can kind of understand it. Some people are a little dramatic about it, but it's just the way it goes. That's the risk you take when you play Minecraft, that's for sure. There's a lot of this seaweed stuff down here. And I did notice that when I'm breaking it, it's giving me a chance of getting rice seeds, which I don't think they've ever done that before. So it might have been one of the latest updates for it, from what I've seen. Either that or I just lucked out. Well, I do have the lucky scarf on, so that might influence it a little bit, but not that much. Because I mean, I've broken tons of those seaweed things before. Yeah, seagrass. I've never gotten anything from them. Now I've been getting rice seeds all of a sudden, so. Don't know if that has anything to do with it, or if it's just an update. Since it is classified as something with grass in the name, I don't know if maybe they have updated it to where it will do that anyway. Oh, I got us another tiny tree. Just enough. Oh, there was a zombie at some point. How'd you get this? Aquatic. At swim speed. It's very hard to find anything that gives you extra oxygen like the turtle shell does. Yep, that one is still. I wonder if it's like the other trees. Sometimes it has nothing to do with placement or how many times you grow it. It's like the block that it's on has the, I don't know if it has something about it that causes smaller trees to grow. There's the, oh, that's actual rice. It's not, oh, okay, it's mine colony rice. Okay, that makes more sense. We only got one this time. Put it over here. Yeah, because I've done that one I think twice now, and it's still a short tree. We got more sticks to add to the the swarm of uranium. Add that in there. It's copper. We need to break the copper actually. Nope. Wrong Wrong button. Let's see, we'll do a U on that to see. Because it only gives you 2 with that. Let's see where the squeezer is, mechanical squeezer. Yeah, 100% on 1, 50% on 2, and then 25. But when you break it, I got 5. So it's, some of them is better if you break it. Yeah, that's 16 out of 4. So that's the equivalent of 4 each. Now I can double it with that. Yeah, once it's broke, that doesn't work. Yeah, so I have to use the hammer on it once it's broke, which is fine. I got more than enough hammer for that. Because I need, that does have some blocks. And need to cook it. Got a lot of experience for that one. Well, no wonder with so many uranium blocks. Oop. And yeah, and the hemp seed, always do that. Cypress until it gets too big and then start burning it, I guess. That rice seed goes up there. Actually, it's food. I keep forgetting. Yeah, any of the mine colony stuff like that, you can use it as a seed, but it says you have to give it to a farmer. So instead of that, I'll just do it like that. We can put it up there. Nope. Put them up there. Since they are enchanted. And break it down to wood. There we are. Where did I put the magma blocks? Right there. We have 1 lead. Now we'll let that cook for a while because I need blocks. I will not have enough. I think I do now because I think it's 8 for the is that the storage or stacking upgrade. That's it. Yes, there we are. 1.5. And from there it gets very expensive because now I need 4 iron blocks. What's that? Oh, that's for doing it for them, yeah. Which is interesting because, what's that take? Oh, it only takes 2. Let's see, if it's 3, that would be 2, 4, 6. Yeah, it'd work out. Oh. I think he went down. Crazy traders. Turn it into glass too. Okay, we put that back up there and we go here. Yeah, it does 0.5, so it's not a whole 2. So it only does 96. I think it is is it the iron? I think it is. That gives you the 2 times. And of course that works a lot better. But still, even 0.5 works good for me. And of course, the seeds are free, so I'm getting basically free bone meal. And something I like to do when I have a trader that won't go away. Nope, wrong one. glass trapdoors. That way I can stand on it. You come up here, put that there. There. Now the trader can't really do anything. He can stand outside and that's it. Extreme book. Don't think we don't have that yet. There's a fox and a parrot. Oh, of course. Well, that's one way to do it. Just like fox in real life. Yeah, he is up here. Gunpowder. A stuffed cantaloupe? Sounds sus. Yeah, just go do this the old-fashioned way. Got it. There we are. Yeah, it decreases your alignment. Or alignment. I always call it the way I see it. Kill the trader villager and his annoying llamas. Okay, and what you do from there, because you are timed. Let's see. Actually, put that there. You need wool. I think it's 8 of them. Mix carpet, and then you mix the carpet. Mix it with a flower. Arriving traders will end up on this block instead of in your face. I never saw that before. You can trap it to where it will kill the trader. To me, I would think that your alignment will go down when you do that. Now, I think there is a way. It used to have it to where you would make like a sign and it said like no trading. And when you did that, they would stay away when you put the sign out. But it always said that it only affected so many blocks, and once you went out of it, they would spawn randomly. Bandage, lunch basket, pedestal, saddle. I don't know, they may not have it. But I do know that I generally will put the carpet up here. It kind of forces them to stay up here. And since they always appear up there, then works for me. Let's see, that is gold. No, that's silver. We have a whole one of those. A whole osmium. A whole gold. We'll put that over there. That's chlorine. I think it's hydrogen, oxygen, I think. That you put it together and it makes something. Now the silver almost has enough for me to make stuff out of that. Silver. Yeah, the aluminum, you can't make anything out of that one, unfortunately. Yeah, sodium. I don't need that up there. Oh, and we're out of power. That's why. But it can work for fuel. Let's go ahead and put that there. And then we put that in there, and it just does it until it can't do it anymore. Then you just put it back, and it works. As it only does like 16. It does it in blocks of 16. The aurum. Yeah, that goes there, there. Because I don't have the... I don't have a thing for lead. That's why. Okay. So that'll do iron. There. Now these, I don't remember which one it is. Yeah. I'll do lock that. There was a way to set it up. It's because it's full. Of course. And we just get, ooh. Yeah, we got experience, and then we got the sword. Because we killed the villager. Which I always kind of keep the iron stuff separate. Because that is... you can make, oh, what is it? This the Ars Nouveau spellbook, but it requires iron stuff. So if I happen to just, I guess, find iron stuff, then I'll use that. Yeah, it ran out. Okay. Actually, technically, I can burn stuff, so I could use all of this if I wanted to. That was oak. And we have, it's rubber, yep. Now another thing I do, because the trader villagers will hop off of the top of the roof because it's flat. Something I like to do is to make it to where there's it's too high. I kind of like build up a wall that's too high, and they can't get out. So basically, they get trapped up there. At least until they despawn. And I won't get too much because I've been messing with the trees to try and get them to grow. But 52 is definitely better than nothing. Now I won't do the apple just yet. Rubber, the dark oak. All of this basically is fuel. And I can make the charcoal out of it. Yep, now it's starting to get the buffer built up. Let's see. I'll do this, that way I have some more iron. I'm trying to think. It does require steel, unfortunately. So I can't go all the way with mechanism as of yet. One thing I do want to do is make a diamond wand that has 1561 durability. But you would be surprised how easily you go through that, considering just a full inventory is around that. And I have thousands of dirt in my in my backpack, which I still haven't done yet. So we will need, is it copper? And we will need to start working the osmium in. So I will do 20 of them. And we use those with the hammer. That way we get 40. We are going to start down the path right as the ad is starting soon. Let's start down the path of the mechanism, which that's how you get the ore doubling and a little bit more than that. And of course, osmium gives you a quest. And of course you get raw osmium out of it, which is weird that you would get, you have an ingot to finish the quest, but yet then it gives you raw. It's like, why don't you just give me an ingot? But no, can't do that. It's rubber planks. Yeah, I don't have any hidden planks, so I'll have to use these. Okay, that should be enough to start out. Yeah, we will need these. We need 2 of them. And I don't have the furnace. Heat generators, that's the ones I was talking about the other day. Which I can easily do that since I have a couple of those. Put the 55 back. And see if I have, nope, don't have any more there. I can take that out. It's a good way to supplement a lot of things, because you can just do this. Not enough. There we are. And we'll throw that out. Now we have enough furnaces. Probably more than enough, but I actually like to make 2 of these. This is another reason why I need lava. And quite a bit of it, because you can surround these on all sides except for where the power comes out, the power cable. There we go, now we have a basic pipe upgrade. Now we need that. Put it in there. And it beefs up how many gets shot down into it. And we have the blue there. So you can't use it on the red, or you would lose all of the energy in that. So once it goes through the million buffer there, I can use that. Go ahead and make chests, because I need one for mechanism stuff. Put that over there. And put one over there. This is mechanism. Okay, so we have the basic generators. Now I need the metallurgic infuser. That's one of the ones I stick in the floor. And that's why I was talking about moving this right here. And this. Because that will go for the second one, and metallurgic goes right there. Okay, and with the metallurgic like that, you can make these, the reinforced alloys, and numerous other things that you will need. Basically, all of this right here, except for the cable. It did give us quite a bit of the infused alloy, which we will need. And something I do with this is I just keep it going out, because unfortunately the lava, even though I contain it, it spits out, you can see it spit out embers, but really what it does is there's a, I guess it's a passive chance that if you have wood nearby, it'll just burst into flames. Whether it's your house, which I have almost burnt down my house like that before, or any kind of wood structure. You'll just see blocks start missing, and you go out there, and the entire wall is in flames. So, definitely something to look out for. Now this diamond, the enriched diamond I can put up there. Now I do have this, and I will need that. I will need the steel. Trying to think. Oh. Yeah, I don't have the enrichment chamber as of yet. That is one of those. I'm thinking it'll take 2. No, just takes 1. Okay. Yeah, because this is I never knew it, but this is kind of a fast and easy way to make steel. Here I was breaking everything down using the hammer, and you use twice as much of everything just to get the steel dust. I'll use the oak for right now. Now hopefully, there's no guarantee, I'll do that. Oh, there. It'll do just more, because I have the furnace up there. And it's gonna make me wait. See, that's what I was talking about when I first made it. It's like randomly does stuff. Everywhere else in Minecraft, the first slot is priority, but not in this. It just randomly decides what it's going to do. And let's see, I think it's like that. Yes, steel casing. And with that, I need to make an enrichment chamber. Now the enrichment chamber is the final part. And I think it goes, you'll have that. There. That's the final part, so it goes down there. And of course you can enrich things. And it goes a longer way. Because if I put just redstone in there to make something, I would get like 10. But if I put an enriched redstone in there, what is it, like 90? I think it is. So it basically gives you a block's worth out of 1. which is really good, being able to make it stretch that far. And of course, I need to turn that into the dust. Put it up there. Now you can see it's burning through faster, but that's so it can do all of it. Because now it does 6, because it's always one step higher than what you got. And I will need that to make probably some more of the infused alloy. And we also need some basic, and we will need an enriched coal, which charcoal works too, I think. Because I need more steel. Now this is doing a drain on my, yeah, it's 20 per tick for each of these that I'm doing. So it does take a drain on the power. And you can see it over there. It doesn't have much of a reserve. There, now I got some enriched stuff. I will also do tin. Now here is where I can use one of these basic tier upgrades. And you put it down here, and it upgrades it into a factory, which you do multiples. And this is really nice. Because then we can, when we get the, yeah, now it's draining out of the buffer. Which is technically good, because I can take these red cables over here, and I can break them real quick and upgrade them with the diamond, or the enriched diamond that I got. Yeah, because they are empty. And you have 8 of them, which that's the minimal that you need for this. Get the cable, and you go around here, and you have elite, which these do 50. That's 51.2. This holds 409 a tick, which is really nice, especially when you're doing all this that we're doing with power. So I do have that. Yeah, these are, they're still green, but they can be upgraded. I just have to make more of the infused alloy, which these are pretty much reserved at the moment. I could use them technically, but I won't. Yeah, now I got some more basic control circuits, which are really nice anytime you get those for free, because they do cost quite a bit to make. So we do have that. Yep, enriched items. And with each one of those, they give you stuff. So, enriched carbon, and I got a free one. Or 2, maybe. Okay. Now I do know this is a fruit tree over here, so I can take from it. Oh, every time. Oh, and I broke the whole thing, so it doesn't really matter, but I can break that down. 44. Not too bad. I will be needing it for food production. There is a bunch of red things over here, so I'm assuming somewhere down below me, but you can't see it, unfortunately. Somewhere down there, there is a cave. And things are spawning. Okay, I do have 9 walnut saplings, so if I wanted to start an orchard of those, I could as well. But the walnuts, I think they do the same when you do them for power. Yes, 128. Which is a good mid-range, really. Now I can add. Let's see, we got. Oh, it gives you 8. Okay. So that's 8. That will give me 4. So I need another one. Because unfortunately, I do need 8 of these. Which really chews into our. And I always do auto sort. So that means if it's an odd number and the last one goes out and it's empty, it'll move one from another stack onto it. It'll split another stack and stick on it. So it's always using the full efficiency of it. And if you just stick it in there, it splits it between them. We need 8 steel because we have to make 2 more of the, what is it, the casings? I believe it is. I'm terrible about I know how to make it, but memorizing and being able to tell people is hard for me. Which I'm sure a lot of people who stream probably have that same issue. Yeah, the walnut cannot be turned into charcoal, so use it as fuel. And we can go to bed. Can hear him up there slurping his bucket of potion. Okay, there's our 8 steel. We almost have enough in the jumbo furnace extension that I'd be able to do all of that smelting in just a single go. Which is really fun once you have really high numbers here. And you're able to smelt like half a stack. It's really interesting. We do need more. Oh, andesite. Because it should. Yeah. Have quite a bit. Now we'll have to do more sand, which I probably should keep that on that for a while. As it does take 4, unfortunately, for every one. Yeah, there was quite a bit in there. Now we do need, what is it? That. So we need gold, iron, and osmium. So it's 2. Gold, iron, I think it's 2. Yes, 2 osmium. And it just requires that. Okay, so we do have to make the thing that goes around that. That's why I was very happy that they gave me so many of those. Because I know you have to make it with that. So out of the 26, we do need glass. It's at least 4 per casing. Now this is what I usually do. This is my first setup of ore doubling is the hammer, which I start pretty much as soon as I finish that quest that gives me the copper. And this is my second. This makes it more, automated. Now you can go past that. I don't usually because this is generally enough for me. Oh. Yeah, steel casing. So from this, we also need, we do need another enrichment chamber. Oh, I always hit the wrong buttons. It's crazy. We need purification chamber. Okay, so we need another one of those and 2 of those. That's why we need a lot of redstone. That gives 8. And I think it is... I want to make sure of this before I waste my iron on that. This is the one big thing. Yes. I need it for the infused. And it takes 10. So we've put that in there. We will have 3 more. Let's see. It is not enough to complete it. So I need to find or get in some way more iron. Luckily, we did have a bunch of those. I'll just stick that in there. Put that on top. And luckily we had it down here. It might be enough. And I say that with a very big might. It'd be one of those, it would be very close if it is to be exact. Because it does take quite a few of those, and then you gotta upgrade the basic control circuits. But I am trying to, basically I am babying the whole blocks we have in here, because that can be turned into more. And I have, what, 18 altogether? It's dark steel. It's not the same thing as regular steel, unfortunately. And let's see. It says 5 more. I want to see about this first. Yeah, I do not have enough. Nope, it gave me the enriched. Sometimes you can get extras from that, but it's not a guarantee. It requires 2 of those and 4. So we need 2 more. We are just barely scraping by with our iron, if at all. There we are. That will give the exact for the purification, but there is still more, unfortunately. I do want to get these started. And the next one, we have enrichment. Oh, I know what it is. We need lava. We need our 2 buckets. That's why you should always have your buckets somewhere where you can get to them real quick. Okay, purification. It is the first step, which that requires oxygen, I think, which is why we have the sink there. We need a crusher, I believe it is. And for that, we need 2 lava. That's got my hopes up. It was gold. It's one of the few times that I'm not actively looking for gold. Normally that's the hardest to find. But with the luck we've had, we've got quite a bit of gold. I'm thinking this is the one that ends in a lava pool. And of course you have to be very careful with the lava because it spreads so far, so fast. And it's very unforgiving. Luckily, we do have the tombstone mod on. So if we do happen to die, it will preserve all of our stuff. I mean, it was devastating before they come up with the tombstone, because you would explode in lava, and of course half of your stuff would go in the lava and burn up. Then they made it to where Tinker's construct items would go to the nearest solid surface, so you wouldn't lose them automatically. There was a chance still they could be pushed off, but if there was a solid surface near you, then you were pretty good. But I still lost things, even with that, as you'd have a block nearby and they'd be cramming all of your Tinker's items. And we got a crazy in chat. Hello. Caught just in time, because I'm going to have to be quitting here in a little bit, because I have things to do in town. We went a little longer, still lurking at the office. Yep, well, I hope you feel better. Be one of those, be watching the clock until quitting time so you can go home and rest up. Now we gotta be nice to him. Crazy, he's sick. He's got a cruise bug. That's one of those things. I don't know very many people that don't get sick when they come back from a cruise like that, but yet people still keep going. It's like, if you risk getting sick, she probably gave it to me. You're nowhere near. She somehow blew it down from Canada to where you are. And it somehow passed all the states. Or she gave it to you digitally. She gave you a, air quotes, virus while playing games together. It's probably her dancing in front of you at Call of Duty. Her hatred travels without boundaries. I can see that, yeah. Hatred is very far-reaching. Okay, yeah, I definitely want to put those up because I do not want to drop a lava bucket in my base. The majority of it won't burn, but the parts that will, I do not want to have to deal with afterwards. Tons of cantaloupe. Definitely from the dancing. Okay, how much do these give? They give the same amount. So the Delightful, that is a ever spawning power source over there. Definitely something I'm going to have to remember, because I always walk by them thinking it's just, I mean, I know it's a food source. Didn't realize that you could put them in this. And they would give you so much. Okay, now with this one, we should have the crusher right there. Just enough. Okay, so our ore doubling setup is right here. But you gotta have the oxygen or it can't start it. And that's the trouble. Now I need to figure out what I need for this. The electrolytic separator. I'm not a scientist. I'm guessing. It takes 4 iron. So I have just enough. It takes 6. If I've counted right. I'm hoping it's one of those cross your fingers and toes. Hoping that I've got enough. Because if I do this, then I will have all of it that I need. Okay, I'll do that. Yes. Now this thing is a power hog. That's also why I needed the chemical tanks. Yeah, and the whole thing has now unlocked itself. And these are the bits you get from them. I do have water. So I'll put it in there and it can start it. Gives me a free bucket. Okay. So now, yeah, it's starting hydrogen, oxygen. Okay. So that works. Technically, I know we have other lava sources. You can kind of see them on the map. A little orange thing. And it tells you at the very bottom, you can just barely see it. There is something. Oh yeah, that's the temple. And that is stripped oak wood, oak slab. So there's something there. That's oil. Crude oil, as the game says. Acacia log. I was hoping I could find lava real quick. I hate having to go. Oh, there's my fox. He's in the middle of the ocean. That's a blazing archwood. Okay, so that's a bus, so I have to go back down here. Really, there's no sense screwing around with it, really. I need to get the iron started. And normally what I do is I will put a chest at the very end of it. And what you do is there is a way to configure these. Let's see. I think it's blue as output. That's a strict input. Yeah, eject. Output. And you gotta turn off the inputs or else it'll be trying to be sucking everything out of it. But that is energy. Put these to none. But you gotta wait till the yellow. And then you just go down the line. And what it does, it will continually, let's see, we'll turn it to that. I don't think it's that one. I think it is the auto eject actually. That's input from there, energy from there. And I turn all that off just on the off chance. Let me do that. Move it from there and do that. Turn that to energy, and that should, yeah, then chunks go in there, and dust goes in there. And then what comes out in the chest is the iron, actual iron dust. And I think it only produces one after the initial. Yeah, so it doesn't double it all the way after. So that will start us. I forgot. You gotta have the wrench on you come over here and make it to where it... Yeah, there you go. Now it's continuously putting water in there. And that goes there. I can actually move all that down there. Move these over, put the nickel back up there. Because I'm going to be putting anything related to the mechanism over there, which will be the osmium. Now I won't put the redstone just because that's used in literally anything. Move them there. And put that right there. Now these two, I can put them out there. They just won't work because it needs, like, you can burn stuff in it. And I thought that they were like the most hideously inefficient thing that I have ever seen in my life. I did not read about it, where it literally says, where's the description? Is it shift? Yeah, a generator that uses heat of lava. My eyes just, or brain just glanced over that, and it was also, and all I seen that generator that uses burnable resources to produce energy. Didn't realize it takes lava. So that was totally on me that time. I don't remember who it was I saw, and they talked about it, and they're talking about they love this, and I'm thinking, okay, these people don't know what they're talking about. They're insane. These things are terrible. And then they showed me, and it's like, you can put lava around these things, and it's a passive generator of heat. And I almost fell over. Because I had never thought of that ever. And let's see. That goes there. Yeah. Now I just need lava. And to do that, there are several different things you can get from it. I think that should be enough for the one I'm thinking of. Because, I mean, it uses quite a bit of oxygen to go through, because you're taking it from the block itself. We'll see. I'm not sure if it's 1,000 each, but you can see it's just chewing through it. And that gives how much? 3. So technically, I would think it's not really ore doubling. It's like tripling to me. Because doubling just gives you 2, which is how it does it if you put it in the smelter from Tinkers. That gives you 3. So I don't know. And then supposedly there's another way that gives you even more. Let's burn through about 1,000 to go through just 4. So I have 14 here. That's a good thing. It works basically the same with any kind of ore that can be used as an ore. And that'll just keep it going. Oh. That little slurping sound meant that the villager was turning invisible for the night. And that one means that he is becoming visible again. Okay, I think it is 5. No. Maybe it's the 4 out here and the middle is glass. Yes, singularity tank. Now that does 32 buckets. And I think you actually need 4 of them. Yes, right there for a jumbo tank. 1,024 buckets. But it needs 4 of them. And so that would be 4, 8, 12. I need 12 more iron. And it's out of power. Take all the cantaloupe. I don't care. I can get more. I already got 8. More than enough food for me. There. That'll start it going. And a lot of the power drain is right here. It's the separator. It uses an amazing amount. And eventually, it'll get to where it just drains it so much that I can't keep up with it. So I will eventually just turn it off into idle. And eventually the hydrogen will build up and it won't be able to do its job anymore. Yeah, it's already down quite a bit. But the good thing is I can fill it back up there and plop it back in. So now we got 4,000 more of that. 2 more. And of course this is also where the upgrades, like I did for the infuser, are really good. Because then it just makes these bigger. Because right now the crusher is kind of slowing it down. Well, if I use the upgrade on it, it will be processing way more. Especially when I turn that on. So it'll be doing 3 at a time now, instead of just the 1. And then that will eventually overload this with dust. But as of right now, it's doing pretty good. I'll have to go out and start chopping some wood for fuel. That's what I thought. Yeah, see, that's what I like about the vein mine. I do a lot of those right here. And we have 78. Oh, hadn't even done these. Now it's better. 89. More fuel for the furnace, basically. I'll keep the other for me. Yeah, now it's starting to up it a lot. And when this is not busy, then I stick it down here so it can keep working. Even better. Okay. Now these, put them on the insides, and jumbo tank. Now I need the bucket. Luckily I just need 1. And now is when it becomes most dangerous, is when you're harvesting lava. Yeah, there. This is a closer one. Generally, the best thing you can do is to try and dig your way above the lava. Which, good luck to you if you can do it right the first time. I have been chased down by lava before, and it's a little rough. Especially since I get so close when I do that. You actually need it to be back far enough you can kind of reach out. Because if lava starts chasing you, it's no fun. Well, we are close, considering it says it's right there. So I may be too high. Yep, there it is. There we are. Found the river of lava. Okay. Now we have a jumbo tank there. And just start filling. But you have to be careful because the way that it recognizes filling and emptying with the bucket and the tank, so you can't do it too fast, or else it'll glitch and just drop a lava pool right in front of you. So needless to say, not very fun when that happens. I nearly lost everything last time because of that. Probably what I want to do. So I'll do that. Oh, I finally broke it. So now we have our regular one. That's a large pool. Okay, I will cut back into that. That's big on both sides. Oh well. Yeah, we're gonna have plenty of lava for quite a while. There we are. It's a little slow doing it this way, but it's better to do it this way than to accidentally have your pinky on the shift key and drop a pool of lava in front of you. And what I did then, when that happened, I started running back to get away from the lava, and I fell in the lava. So it's one of those you don't want to panic, but at the same time, it's a very panicky situation. There we are. Now some of them, they're back there. I can't reach them. I'll just move over here. And we'll start in this. I think we will probably end today once we take all this lava back. Seems like a good idea for me. And you're like, oh, there's tons. That's, 50,000 buckets of, yeah. What it says, milli buckets, I think is what they call them, but it's 53 buckets of lava. Like, how would you ever use that? I'm like, I can do that in one sitting with making obsidian. So, it is not an issue for me. Okay, we got that there. And sometimes to reset things, I would like build out from here and kind of block that off. That's an easy way of getting an idea of where all you have taken the lava from. Or else it will cascade like this forever. And you literally have to hit the high source block to get it to go away. Okay, so none of them are there, technically. We'll use that. So I can build. Nope. Come on. Yeah, there we are. There. That's what I was going for in the beginning. Yeah, you do have to be careful anytime you're around lava. Which you would think would be obvious, but you'd be surprised at people that don't know that. Okay, now I'll put that there while I break this. Just on the off chance. Okay. Okay, I would say that one of these leads to right there. I would say it was probably... I love how it does that. It breaks and then like starts winging around. That's all because of the magnetic pull from my the iron I put on it. Okay, I'll put that there, and I'll just do that. That's one of those, I do not want to lose the redstone from that, because I do need it. And let's see. Ah, there we are. Okay, now this is the lower level of that. So it's right below the redstone. Okay. So we will retreat for now. We have quite a bit of lava. We don't use it in a lot of recipes, but there are some that you do. So I'm sure the 50-some buckets of lava will be more than enough for right now. And we will get ready to end it here. We'll have to see who we can raid. I know Danny D was on. Looks like, I know she mentioned that she wanted to play a new game. And I kind of hate that I missed it, but of course we're streaming at about the same time, so there's not much I can do about it. It's a good thing about Twitch, you can go back and rewatch the stuff. Let's see. Does not. I was gonna say it doesn't look like there was a light source down there, but it seemed awful bright. I think it was just because of the limestone. Looked like there was a thunderstorm getting ready to start up out there, so it's a good time to go back to bed, because for some reason I don't know if it clears the weather or what the deal is. It definitely helps it. Okay, we are going to do the lava and start our power, because you'll be able to see immediately starting to go up. And supposedly, yeah, I won't do tons, but anything with passive power generation helps, especially with the separator in there draining so much. This is enough. It will keep all of the basic things working. And switch over to the bricks. And put that there. cover the ones that you've already done. I'm being almost as careful about this as I just am a regular lava thing. Now, I'm not sure if it's this right here that spits out the lava bits to set things on fire, or if it's in fact I have them up here, or what the deal is. Yeah, so they are making quite a bit. So it looks full. And break this one. And there we are. Looks like an angry frog. But it works. That's enough to keep it. All of the basic processes going over here. So I'm fine with it. And even considering now the buffer is being used quite a bit. But we know it is from the oxygen here. So I'll put the stone back up in there. And bucket. We have so much redstone. There's very little lava. Tiny little, and let's say we had, what was it, 14? And I got 42 iron out of it, which if you would break them normally you would just get 14. And even with the hammer you would only get 28. So this definitely ups the things you get by quite a bit. Now this is going to be the fun one. 51 things of gold. Let's see. Oh. No, don't want to dump it. We want it. Okay. There's oh, right here. Duh. You flipped the switch. Okay. So now that is empty. It is draining some of the energy. A whole lot less than it would. And of course it probably is using a fair bit more because I do have this is a factory. Let's see. Can look up how to make those upgrades. Those are the basic things. Yeah, there's tons of stuff in here. Was it upgrade? It might have been something else. Sometimes you just have to search the actual mechanism. Okay, so I got those. It's all of those little things, which is not what I'm looking for. Oh, right there. A tier installer, that's what it is. It just takes basic control circuit. And iron, planks, and redstone. Which we don't have. Now I think, if I'm right, takes redstone, which there's only one in there. I think that's how you make it. Because it is like a basic thing. Yep, there we are. We'll make it even. Because we are going to have to make two. Make one for the enrichment, which will make it an enrichment factory. And of course I did all that. We need some wood planks. Iron. So I do need that. And 8 of these. And there we are. Which, making that into a factory is no problem. So the purification does do it. Unfortunately, that will just magnify the power usage of it. But it makes it look cool. And it'll work. It's not using too much more, really. Now we are supplementing it with the lava things out there. I'm trying to remember. I think it's just far enough. It shouldn't burst into flames, hopefully. But anything wood around there, we'll have to be careful with it because it'll burst it into flames. And that's not fun. I'll go ahead and start using charcoal with that because I have so much. And I am going to be getting quite a bit more. Because something we need to do next time. I think I have enough. We need to make a saw. And if anybody has ever used the silent gear and you have not used the saw yet to make something, you are missing out. And it says a big tree chopper. It is kind of, I want to say it's a little, wanting to say it, I can't because my brain ain't working. It's not telling you, or it's not describing it. Because when you make the saw, I'll just show you how to make the general blueprint for it. It doesn't take that much. It just takes, something for a tool rod, and then 5 anything, which I tend to use obsidian, like I do with everything. So that's something I will have to do next time. What it will do, in the old Tinker's construct, they had the lumber axe. And what it would do when you hit something, it would break every block of the tree. I don't remember. I think it went up to only 64. Because it would only do a stack of things, which is still pretty big. But the saw does the exact same thing. Which is really awesome for me. At least to me it is. Because it will take down entire trees. Yeah, that one over there, the Ars Nouveau trees, it'll take down the entire thing. Which normally it would take all of your hunger to do that if you use vein miner. And the good thing about the saw is it only uses durability. So you basically just have to hit one block on the tree and it chops the big old thing down. So it's the only thing I found it does not actually do the whole thing with is the pine trees and the redwoods. And it's because they're just so massive. And I think it only goes up a certain amount to actually cut the tree. But other than that, I would say on a general basis, it'll cut down any tree, except for exceptionally tall ones. And I think it goes above a certain limit that the game actually has. Maybe a chunk limit or something like that. I don't know. But it's pretty good. So we are going to do that next time. But as for that, that will be where we're going to end it today. We have been going for over 3 hours. So that's pretty good. So I'm going to move all this over here so I can look at the raid channels. Yep, GG's to you too, Pickle, and I hope that you get to feeling better. I know how rough that is. You come back from vacation, you get sick, so that's rough. Definitely take a rest and get to feeling better. That way you can give it your normal 150% that you normally do. Definitely bed early tonight. Good. Yeah. The rest of us will find a way, and definitely get your rest. Your health is the most important thing you got. And definitely make sure you take care of it. So we are going to raid Danny. She's playing Lake. Invest in feet meat kings. Kings was auto ed. It's because you already typed that. You already typed about the feet meat. I did not type that. Yeah, your phone is auto correcting you with kinks now. My phone made me do it. Air quotes. And the 18 gigabytes worth of feet pics hidden away on your computer is totally the machine. Somebody must have, air quotes, hacked it. If you can't have fun on stream, then why even stream? And having good people with good humor that can take it is definitely makes it all the better. And with that, everybody, we are going to end this. All of my socials are on stream. If you're on watching on YouTube or later on, or if you're watching it on Twitch after the stream has ended, all of my socials are up there. I am most active on Discord throughout the day. My X is basically all for announcements for when I'm going to stream, but you can also follow me on there if you want to. I do respond to those, but not quite as much because my phone, I don't know if it's a setting I have on it, but it does not always send me notifications when somebody messages me on X. But it is usually best if you can reach me on Discord. That almost always goes through. But you have to be on somebody's Discord that I know, on their Discord server. I don't do blind friend requests. But if we're on a server together, you can go ahead and message me. And we can go from there. With that, we're going to get this raid started. We got Danny D here. A wonderful person. Helped me a lot in getting things set up for the stream. So we are going to raid her and share the love with her. And we are ready. And with that, I wish you all a lovely day. Hopefully you are all in good health. And if not, rest up and drink lots of fluids. And keep yourself as healthy as you can. Because that's the only body we got. And with that, I would say goodbye and get this raid started.